So this week I'm gonna work my 9 to 5 job every day. I'm gonna teach 4 nights of this week, so Monday through Thursday. That's gonna be 3 different classes. One of those classes is only gonna meet that one time on Thursday, so it's gonna be really intense. I'm gonna record a video blog every day, even if they don't necessarily get seen on YouTube this week. I'm gonna record an audio blog for Anchor every day. I think I've been good about that. I'm gonna do my little typographic exercise of what I listened to today. I'm gonna do one of those every day, though I'm 1 day behind, so I gotta do 2 today. I'm probably gonna post anywhere from 12 to 36 times on Instagram. Those are going to be things I actually care about, so not like they're just going to be sort of like selfies or whatever. They're going to be photos that I sort of edited and worked through. Hold on, I got a truck. And then if I have any luck, I'll do some spontaneous blogging in like my Instagram story. Maybe I'll edit some video so that I can release some stuff, some lecture type stuff on YouTube. Yeah, all of that. The only thing that is cheating is I'm gonna take a PTO day on Thursday before that 1 night workshop, but I'm gonna spend that day running errands with my 3-year-old, and we're going to go and buy stuff for that workshop, make sure that I have a lecture prepared for the end of it. So in general, I'm just going to replace working at work with class prep. It's going to be scattered and scrambled, and that workshop's 1 night only, so I'm going to be exhausted at the end of it, and then I'm going to go back into work on Friday, where I have a deadline at the end of the day. I'm not saying all of this to brag about how productive I am, but more that I had this sort of realization of nowadays I get a lot of shit done, not so much because I've committed to it, though that's certainly part of it, but more because all of these things work with the way that I'm wired so that I can be successful at them. My day job in general doesn't fatigue me. It will physically wear me out sometimes, but mentally I'm usually pretty good coming out of it, and I'm lucky this has been a pretty normal week. I've left work at normal times, haven't had to stay late, so it's like a good week to have to do 4 nights of teaching. It's always tiring. Maybe that speaks to the way that I do it, but it's invigorating. So like last night I left this class, it was the first meeting in this class. I had a pounding headache, just felt awful, and horrible beeping. Let's backtrack. I felt awful, but invigorated. And then I went home and I still did like my type exercise before bed and made my like time-lapse video of an earlier type project. All these things, like all of them, work with the way that I'm wired. Photography works with the way that allows me to be productive in the time frame I have. The parameters for the little type project work in such a way where like they work with the amount of time I have. They're not too ambitious, but at the same time I'm curious and will push them longer if they need to be. These video blogs, like, sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad, whatever, but it's not a drain. It's never been like a drain to have to go and make one of these videos. It's not a drain to do the Anchor thing, and if it is a drain, I take it as a sign that I'm doing something wrong. It's time to fix it. So what is the point here? There have been times where I didn't have a job and I taught 2 nights a week, I didn't get shit done. I was busy, but I didn't get anything done. But now, like, if I sit there and look at what I've done this week on paper, it looks impressive, but it's not tiring, it's not fatiguing. Now, don't get me wrong, I can't do a week like this every week, but I can do a week like this once a month, kind of no problem. And every other week is like my normal deal of teaching just 2 nights instead of 4 or whatever it is. Or the next couple weeks I'll teach 3 nights instead of 2. But I won't have to teach 4, and that's gonna be fine. And all of this is like the thing I harp on, this whole like process and alignment and mindset. That's the stuff. And it's not even like a mindset of like, you have to have a mindset for success or something like that, or like you have to be disciplined. Like, I'm not disciplined. I don't have a mindset for success. I'm fairly pessimistic, or realist, as pessimists like to say. But I've got my working methods and the activities. I've got them communicating with each other nicely. And it means that if I stop and think about what I've gotten done in a week, I'm actually impressed. I'm like, holy crap, I can't believe I did all that. And it doesn't feel like a lot. And bear in mind, I would rather be doing other stuff. I would prefer to be independently wealthy, do projects that I 100% just felt like doing, that money didn't matter, and that I could skateboard more and play with my kids more and sleep more. And go for more walks. Like, that's what I would prefer. So it's not like I'm sitting here like I'm not a workaholic. I don't want to be working from 9 in the morning till 10 at night 4 days in a row and then still going in to work on Friday. It's just things I do to provide for my family, but they're designed in such a way that it's not like having I don't know, it's not like having a job at the restaurant and then going and scrubbing toilets or something. You know, it's not draining and it's not fatiguing. And I think if you can get the way that you're working aligned with the way that you are sort of naturally wired to work, it doesn't feel like work. It's still work, obviously. You still want to do other stuff, preferably fun stuff. But it gives you an energy to do a lot more than you thought you could do. All right, thanks a lot for watching. Have a good one.